Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We continue lecture on intangible assets. Previously, we have discussed what is it intangible asset, what are the characteristics of intangible assets, among others that it doesn't have any physical substance, but it must be identifiable and it's not basically the monetary asset, despite that monetary asset that we cannot see the physical substance, but it is not an intangible asset. And then we also discuss about the valuation, whether it is internally generated intangible assets or purchased intangible assets. Yeah? For internally generated intangible asset, we mostly expense the research costs and part of the development costs, except when it has reached the economic viability stage. Yeah, as I discussed last week, if such intangible asset like trademark or patent, at a point that it shows that the product will generate the cash flow to the company, then only we can capitalize any costs incurred for developing that intangible asset. We also discussed about amortization. Remember, for fixed asset, we call it depreciation. For natural resources, we call it depletion. For intangible asset, we call it amortization. Okay, for amortization, we have to differentiate between limited life intangibles and unlimited life intangibles or indefinite life intangibles. Yeah? For limited life or definite life intangibles, means it have the duration for expiration of that intangible asset, then it will be amortized over the useful life. Yeah? The method to calculate the amortization is very similar to what you did for fixed asset depreciation using straight line method. Yeah? For indefinite life intangibles, because we don't have the duration, so we don't amortize the indefinite life intangibles. Yeah? But the impairment assessment is compulsory for both type of intangible asset, whether it is limited life intangibles or indefinite life intangibles. The impairment valuation or assessment or test must be conducted at least per year. Yeah? Impairment is the declining value of such intangible asset, which can be affected by various factors. Yeah. Let's say like for trademark, for the brand name, yeah, maybe it can be affected by the association of the company with the conflict with the society. Yeah, it could affect the brand name itself. Yeah? The value of the brand name would be declining when the society perceives negatively towards the company. Yeah, it can be also be affected by the overall economic condition, yeah, towards the patent and the brand name. Yeah? Let's say for the patent, when a new product has been launched from our competitor, so our patent may have reducing the value, yeah, because an improved product has been available in the market, which is maybe better than our product. Yeah? So our product patent may have decreased the value. Yeah? So impairment is a test to identify whether there is a declining in the value of the intangible asset, where basically impairment test, we compare the carrying value or the book value of that asset with the recoverable amount of the asset. The recovered amount of the asset is basically the comparison between the value in use and fair value, yeah? Whichever lower. Okay. Okay, so this is the summary what we have done last week. So now let's go through 6 major categories from the types, yeah, of the intangible asset, where we have marketing, customer, artistic, contract, and technology, and goodwill. Basically about the types of intangible assets, you can even read by yourself. So I'm just gonna highlight it in brief. The first is marketing related intangible asset. We've discussed this. Any intangible asset that is used to market or to promote the product is within the category of marketing related intangible asset, like brand name or trademarks, yeah, because that brand name carries a significant effect to the customers when the company does their marketing, yeah. It will affect the customer's decision to purchase the product, yeah. Of course, when we see the messages, it will come straight away into our mind that this brand can be trusted, because it is within the high range of the car brands, yeah. So there will be no doubt for us to purchase the product if we are having the capability to purchase, of course, yeah. But let's say we see a new brand name that we never knew before, we may have a doubt whether this product is good enough, yeah. So it is very different between the established name or the brand name and the newly introduced names. Okay. Okay, if it is purchased, the brand name, then we have to capitalize the purchase price. The same like the company is purchasing the fixed assets, yeah? Buying the land, buying the building, we capitalize the purchase price, or we record the cost of the purchase itself, plus any associated cost to bring the asset into use. Yeah? It could be legal fee or other related fees that need to be incurred with regard to the purchase of the intangible asset. Yeah. Okay, brand name or trademark is regarded as indefinite life intangible, so there is no need for amortization. Yeah. Is forever basically, but sometimes it needs to be renewed during certain time. Yeah. Okay, second is customer related intangible asset. This is like customer list. Yeah? The company normally maintain the customer list. That's a very valuable asset to the company, because when we launch a new product, when we want to promote the new product, we have already the database of the customers that we want to market our product. Yeah? And sometimes it is traded, the customers list is being traded from one company to another company. Yeah? So another company can buy the customer list from other company, yeah, because that contains valuable information. Yeah? So it's not surprising that in daily life sometimes we receive the promotion in our messages, yeah, because our contact information may have been shared by the companies that we have made transaction with. Yeah, let's say if I use Telkomsel for my phone number, so maybe my contact information has been shared with other related company with Telkomsel. So customer list is a significant asset for the company. Yeah. If it is purchased again, we capitalize the acquisition cost, or the purchase price. Yeah? As it has useful life, it is not indefinite life intangible asset, so we amortize over the useful life of intangible asset of customers. This, yeah. Let's say in this example, the company acquires or purchases the customer list of a large newspaper for 6 million euro, and the company expects to benefit from the information for a 3-year period. Yeah, so the useful life is 3 years. So the company would debit the customer list and credit cash 6 million, And then we need to amortize, like you do the depreciation. So 6 million, it doesn't mention the residual value. So 6 million divided by 3. So we can get the amortization expense per year, which is 2 million. Yeah. Okay, we can credit customer list directly, or we can credit accumulated amortization for customer list. Yeah. So we can choose between the two methods. Yeah? Okay, third is artistic related intangible assets. This is related for artistic works like songs, movies, and any paintings. Yeah. Okay, so example of artistic related intangible assets like the movie plays, yeah, musical works, pictures, paintings, anything related to art. Yeah? And in the US, copyright for all those artistic related intangible assets are given for the life of the creator or the author plus 70 years. Yeah. So if a singer, her or his song is given the copyright throughout her life, yeah, and if she or he pass away, then 70 years after that it still belong to him or her. So any royalty resulted from the use of their artistic works will be given to the heirs, yeah, the family of the artist itself. Yeah? Okay, so the cost of acquiring the copyright, it will be capitalized, and even the defending, yeah, because sometimes it can be disputed, as I discussed in last week, right? The copyright can be disputed by other people, yeah. Like the Harry Potter books, J.K. Rowling has been defending her copyright for Harry Potter books in different countries, yeah, because some other authors are copying her idea, yeah, to write about the similar story, yeah, which is very resembling the Harry Potter. So she has to defend that copyright. So the cost of defending such copyright will be also capitalized. Yeah. Okay. Copyright we amortize over the useful life is if less than the legal life. Yeah. Okay. Next is contract related intangible asset. Yeah. So this is related to the contract like franchising or licensing. Yeah. So businesses like McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut are built upon franchising type of business. Yeah. So that franchise agreement are considered to be the contract-related intangible asset. Yeah. Including licensing, permits, yeah, broadcasting rights. Yeah. Let's say a TV. Produce a TV show and it's being used by other party, so they will incur a certain contract-related intangible assets. Yeah? If it is limited life, then it should be amortized. Yeah? So that's the basic principle, yeah, over the useful life. Whereby for indefinite life franchise, then it will not be amortized, yeah, because you don't have certain life duration for such intangible asset. Okay, next is technology related intangible assets. For example, like patents, yeah, or trade secrets granted by government body. This normally applies to any technology and medical related companies, yeah, like GlaxoSmithKline, yeah, who produce many types of medicines, yeah. So they have patent for each of their medicine. Yeah? Also for technological related companies like Samsung, Asus, Acer, or other companies, they normally patent their products. Yeah? And the patent is normally for a period of 20 years. Yeah. So we capitalize the cost of purchasing a patent or acquiring the patent. If it is internally generated, the basic principle as we have discussed, any research cost needs to be expensed and development costs also be expensed except when it has reached the economic viability stage. Yeah. Okay, for patent, we amortize over legal life or useful life, whichever is shorter. Yeah. For example, this company incurs 180,000 in legal costs to defend a patent. The patent's useful life is 10 years and amortized on a straight line basis. So first we record the cost of that patent. So debit patent 180,000 and credit cash 180,000. We assume the payment is made by cash. And then we have to calculate the amortization expense for 10 years. So 180,000 divided by 10 years, straight line basis. Yeah, so we get 18,000. So they debit amortization expense 18,000 and credit patents, or you can also credit accumulated amortization for patent. Yeah. The last one is goodwill. Goodwill is the difference between the purchasing price versus the fair value of the business that is being purchased. Yeah. Let's say company A purchased company B. The company B's fair value as a whole, let's say 1 million, but company A is willing to pay 1.5 million. So the difference, which is 0.5 million or 500,000, is basically the goodwill. Yeah? So the goodwill is only resulted from the business combination. Yeah? It cannot be identified separately. Okay, what do I mean by that? Let's say our company believes that we have a goodwill, yeah, because we have a good location, we have a good name among our customers, yeah. So we want to recognize goodwill by ourselves. That cannot be acceptable. Yeah, goodwill must be resulted from the business taking over a business combination process. Yeah? There must be selling and purchase between the businesses, only we can recognize the goodwill. Yeah? Otherwise, no internally generated goodwill. Yeah? Goodwill must be resulted from the purchase transaction. Okay. Okay. So let's say in this example, the fair value is 350,000, but the company which is buying other company, which is in this example Tractor-Link, is buying Feng, they want to pay 400,000, which is higher than the fair value. So the difference of 50,000 is basically the goodwill. Yeah? It's quite straightforward. Yeah? So the purchase transaction, we will record all the assets that we acquire from that company together with the goodwill. Even the liabilities we will absorb into our company, and we credit the cash, the total cash amount that we are paying, which is 400,000. Yeah. Okay, goodwill is considered to be indefinite life. Yeah, if it is indefinite life, then as you have understood from the beginning, it should not be amortized. Yeah, so impairment test is still applicable. Yeah. Bargain purchase, when purchase price less than the fair value of net assets acquired. Yeah, just now the purchase price is higher than the fair value. What about the purchase price is lower than the fair value? That is considered as bargain purchase. Yeah, and the difference is considered as a gain for the purchaser. Yeah. Let's say example just now. I want to come back for that. Let's say the fair value is 350,000, but because of the bargaining, the company is only paying, let's say, 300,000. Yeah, so it's lower than the fair value. So the difference of 50,000 will be recorded as a gain. Yeah, other income is not considered as a normal income, but it's other income. Yeah? Okay, impairment of intangible assets. Okay, I want to split this video so you don't feel so stressed watching a very long video. We record the next part of this video for impairment of intangible assets.